if this is a cell, okay, and this is the coronavirus, okay? Now the coronavirus is there dormant. All the viruses sitting there dormant for a long time. And they try to go into the cells for many days and months and years before they can actually go. So from when the coronavirus arrived to human, it didn't just started to affect people. It first came in and it's sitting there dormant as a crystal for a long time. It has minimum life in it. It is a unit of life, but it requires energy from an external source, and it's sitting there dormant. The cell have to be weak in order to be confused and accepted. So the cell have to be kind of drunk, and only when the cell is drunk, it does not recognize that this guy is not a good friend, and he's doing things that are not right. Exactly like when you are drunk or stoned. So the cell have to be drunk or stoned in order to accept this thing in. So the problem is not the virus. The problem is the condition of the cell. Do you understand that? Really amazing. Do you know how they found viruses? Do you know how viruses has been discovered? Let me give you the story of how in 18-something viruses has been discovered, okay? So virus is something, actually it's a postulated thing. What do I mean? It's something that no one ever yet saw with his eyes. Do you know that no one saw a virus? So let me tell you how they found it, okay? And I'll explain just a little bit of what's happened. So there was this tobacco leaf, and this tobacco leaf started to develop these brown stains. They got sick. So what they did, they said, well, okay, this is really interesting, because when they took this tobacco leaf and took the whole tobacco leaf and cut it and get one tobacco leaf to touch another one, just to touch it, the next tobacco leaf will get the same disease. So what they did, they said, okay, fine, so it's not a problem. What we will do, we will cut. This is 1830, something like that. So what they done, they took this part, okay, and grind it to very small, the smallest level that they could, and they put it into water and took the water and sprayed on a healthy leaf, and the leaf become infected. So what they said, okay, good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this leaf, this water that we created with the disease, and put it through some kind of a filter, the smallest filter that we could do. And they said, if we will filter this thing, what we will end up with the water here that do not have the disease. You understand the logic, yes? So they will physically filter out the virus. They didn't know that there is a virus yet, yes? And they've done it, and they took the water from here that supposedly was supposed to be clean, and when they apply it to a healthy leaf, the leaf got sick. So they got to the conclusion that there is something that cannot be seen, cannot be filtered, it cannot be touched, but it can infect living things. And so they came up with the name virus. They said, well, there is a virus, there's something like that that's called the virus. It's a small living things that can damage a tobacco leaf. Do you understand that? Did you understand the process? They never actually saw a virus and say, oh, there's a virus. Like they never saw an atom to say, oh, there is an atom. Now I will tell you a little bit more about how do you measure viruses and how do you know what they do and why the coronavirus is a lie and so on and so on.